Let's review current market and prepare scenarios for today's session. On the monthly, we ended strong April and now started around the highs of previous month. Weekly, one time framing higher, but very tight range last week, which can lead to range expansion in one way or another. Still one time framing higher. Daily, we are within this small balance. I didn't mark it here. Couldn't extend above previous balance. Tried once and failed. Now yesterday was another attempt that also failed. So chances are getting bigger and bigger that we will revisit those lows. Given that those lows aren't that secure, here we have stacked lows which are also poor. Those lows are also questionable, so chances are we are going to retrace to the lows. Looking at volume, we are right at high volume node we've established last month, and overall we don't see enough exhaustion to start down auction, but we can definitely retest lower prices in order to build some energy to get higher. Not sure if the markets end with high volume nodes at the tops. Maybe those are topping patterns. I haven't studied that, to be honest. But looking at previous months, we February ended with high volume node near the highs. March similar, and April is kind of similar to what we've seen. Well, we'll see. Here are some Bollinger Bands, and we can see that the bands are contracting, and can lead to range expansion soon. Let's check options positioning. This week's range is predicted to be a little bit wider than previous week, and so far we are right in the middle. Last week ended within the range, so this is quite okay for the market predicting powers. And so far Monday both sessions ended within range. Now we are also around the middle, so not big change unless we can get to those extremes. We are around volatility trigger level, so this might induce some volatility in the markets, but I'm not that confident that this level is reliable, so won't give much emphasis on it. So looking at profiles, yesterday we ended the day with spike lower. I missed that yesterday at the close. I thought that we made an excess in M period, but N did end lower, so this is a very scenario. And as of now, overnight inventory is trading entirely below the spike base, so this is also negative. As of now, we won't open with a gap, but majority of the trading is below yesterday's lows, so this might be a potential area of interest when we start the session. So if we are going to open around the price that we are currently trading, I think that we might see some chop early on. Not sure if, because overnight inventory is net short, but this move is building along from those areas, so not really. I'm not sure that we might see some significant overnight inventory correction, but if we do explore higher prices and, for example, fail and get rejected from the spike from value area low from yesterday, then I'd like to enter short to get below yesterday's low to clean overnight point of control. This is Friday session. Friday's point of control also was prominent, and potentially those poor lows that are also weak, and trading below that level can bring additional weakness, but I'm not that convinced that we are going to break this yet. So this is the first scenario. Second one would be an early attempt lower that fades. So if we trade below yesterday's lows, then maybe try to revisit POC, and we are going to exhaust selling maybe around those lows from overnight pullback, value area low from the overnight, then create an impulsive move up and trade higher. If we make nice excess here, and for example early attempt was weak to visible reference like yesterday's lows or the spike base, then I think I can enter along here. Similar after materializing first scenario, if I see this one happening here, if I'm not in a trade, I will be more inclined to enter it. If not, if I am in a trade, I will be considering at least trimming, if not exiting completely. And if we continue to trade within yesterday's range, then if we trade something like this, then I'd like to see myself getting long on pullback to this reference. For example, value area low developing and potentially clean those references, targeting this questionable high from yesterday and maybe all-time highs. So this would be 3, and not sure about trading below overnight lows, below below Friday's lows, because then we might see some range expansion. But if we do test those prices again and make a weak attempt higher, then maybe I will be able to enter short on some pullback to retest overnight lows with tight risk. I might see myself trading short either here or maybe on a retest of those lows. If we trade lower, my area of interest would be maybe something around 49.40 or lower. We have this open drive from some time ago, and earlier we have unfilled gap. We closed here and we opened here, so little bit of a gap here, but not that much of a structure here, so I could lean on, and this area was also tested few times, so not sure if this will hold. I'm not that convinced to buy the dip of those prices. So and it was something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much planned for today. I hope I can find some possibilities so I can put my risk on and then trade accordingly.